Jem does because there's so many and he's so vital to our team.
So anything he knows or anything you say in the comments, he knows first, all right? There's no secrets. You can't keep secrets from Jem or us.
Yeah.
Well, he'll tell us, I assume.
The nice ones.
The nice ones, yeah. He's a bit of a filter. So don't make him cry. If he starts to weep openly, we know you guys are going to be you're being mean.
I'll be watching over everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So I said there was a poll, and this is very important. So it's Star Wars edition, and so we figured let's do everything Star Wars. The poll is, who do you think is the coolest Star Wars character?
So
Whatever that means.
So not who would win in a fight, not who
Could
is
be.
the most important character. Maybe if that's how you rate your. It's
Yeah,
however
that's the
you
thing.
rate cool.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you by ways of cool. This was
For me,
super tough.
cool means not given an F.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to narrow down just 10 characters between
had
the
a lot of
prequels and the new trilogy and the classics. It's actually really tough to narrow down. So take a look.
Yeah. So who do we got? We got your Han Solo. We got your Darth Vader. This is not in order. Okay. Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, Boba Fett, Poe Dameron, Mark Hamill. I was going to say Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Luke Skywalker. Actually, I prefer Mark Hamill.
Okay.
There. No. Luke Skywalker, Rey, last name unknown, Finn, who I don't think he just has numbers.
No, they called him Finn because they
know.
took his number away.
Oh. No, but isn't it like it is his numbers?
FN2187.
Yeah.
FN2, yeah, exactly.
But they didn't turn 2187 into a last name.
No.
Okay. And Chewie. I wanted, who did I want? Darth Maul on, because he has a two-sided
This is what I'm
lightsaber.
talking about.
But what are you gonna do?
Darth Maul is clearly cool, but like you gotta keep at least the main cast of the originals on there.
Origis?
Origis? The Origis? Yeah.
Hey Jem, would you mind telling the people how to vote on the poll?
Yeah, so the voting is very simple. You just go to the live chat and you type the name of the character that you want to vote for. And it all automatically gets counted. It took me a very long time to figure this out.
Did you say automagically?
I did say automatically.
I love
Automagically.
that. I love that you said
Was that deliberate?
Yes.
Okay. He's taking credit for it, folks. He's taking credit for it.
No, Jem's fast.
Jem's fast. Jem's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something else that's important is that later in the show we will be running an interview that we did earlier this week with your friend and mine,
Whoa, look at those numbers.
Greg Grunberg.
Oh, Lando getting.
There you go. He, Snap Wexley, an actor, a comedian, and a musician walk into a bar as his podcast. We're going to be talking to him about his childhood best friend, J.J. Abrams, and the Star Wars, and other things.
You might know him from Heroes and Lost and stuff like that.
You may.
Yes. So Rebecca, coolest Star Wars character?
Yeah. Okay. So this is also in the Greg Grunberg interview, but
Yes.
How is it not Han Solo? Like somebody said, let's do this poll, and I was like, why? No one's going to say anything but Han.
What do we got here? Han
And
is.
apparently I am wrong,
Han
so there
is
you
second.
go.
Han is second. I mean, Darth Vader. He's got that brand recognition, the cool shiny helmet.
I know, but like, okay, I feel like when his helmet comes off, that's not, he like becomes humanized.
Yes.
And like, I don't know if that, I mean, I guess he's cool, but like, there's never a moment where Han Solo is not cool.
No, Han is always cool, except for that part where they're torturing him in Empire, and he's clearly hot because he's like, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, he's being
Yeah.
tortured.
Also,
in
when
that
they're thawing
scene.
him out, he clearly got a little less cool. Anyway, whatever. I'm being technical.
I know, you're being, you're being literal.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other things I want to say include, don't forget to like us on all the social media, follow us on all the social media, subscribe, and again, please be interactive and spoiler-free in the comments.
Yes, please type, comment. We will hear you, or Jem will, and he'll pass it on.
Okay. Did you answer? You didn't.
Who I thought the
Yeah.
coolest was? Okay. I'm a little bit boring with my thoughts here. I always loved Darth Vader. He's like, you know, the quintessential
I guess so.
villain. Okay, so here's the thing. If we were judging costumes alone, Boba Fett would crush it. But it's I think all
You
of
mean
these
this guy?
Yeah, that guy. That guy's helmet. Good switching. But like, we're not judging just by costume, and I think it's kind of disrespectful to the actors to have
If
like.
we were judging just by costume, it'd be Phasma.
Yes, but
Man.
Phasma's not on this list. But if we were judging
Another
these
cool
folks, problem is like being a central character doesn't necessarily make you cool. Like Luke Skywalker is like the most important character in the original trilogy, but he's far from the coolest.
Yeah, I feel like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher's cool factor is at like infinitely higher than Luke Skywalker's and Leia.
Yes for Mark, no for Fisher.
fine.
Leia is the boss. Jem,
What up?
what do you think, buddy?
Well, I've always thought Darth Vader was a cool character, but you know, kind of like Luke, how Luke looks in this particular image that I have chosen
Grizzled.
for him. Is like, yeah, exactly, grizzled.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for, but you know.
Anybody in the comments have any comments?
Do they have comments? Oh my God, this is
Can you narrow down the comments?
so fast.
Oh boy.
I love this. Keep
Full
it
dis-
coming, guys.
Full disclosure, we used to do this on Facebook, and there were fewer comments. But
Yeah.
now,
Jem has to practice his speed reading.
this is a big
Yeah,
big
but
lesson.
like Colin Ferrance, I see you commenting how you liked The Last Jedi.
Good.
And I see Carl voting for Chewie. I see Catfat. I can read your comment. You don't need to cry. I've seen you. You're here. You're in front of me. And Taylor Carlson, you're right. Maybe we should have put Ahsoka up there. But I think we made a decision to just focus on the movie characters and
Yeah.
not the cartoons. Because if we go into the cartoons, then it's just
like
This
a
show
crazy
is
world
now-
out there.
it was hard enough to narrow it down with main Hollywood canon films. Like we didn't even get to touch Rogue One.
Actually, trying to figure out who to put on the poll could be its own episode.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do that next week. No, I know what we're doing next week. It's the Christmas show. Anyway,
Holiday
Sorry,
show.
holiday show. Even though I'm going to bring in exclusively
Christmas
Christmas
stuff.
sweaters. Well,
Cool.
do they have reindeers in Hanukkah? No, I presume not.
Well, maybe you can get like an 8-point reindeer.
Oh my God, that'd be so good.
That'd be pretty good, right? That's
For all
like
those
bridging the
Christmas
cultural
peoples.
gap right there.
Rudolph the menorah reindeer.
Okay.
Pending.
Before I
TM.
put my foot any further into my mouth.
Yeah, I think we already. Let's go to Mojo Trivia. This is my favorite part of the show. Because Dan and I are going to challenge each other to some Star Wars trivia. And I think I get to start if I remember what they told me earlier.
And we came up with these questions ourselves. So I'm more interested in the meta here. Who came up with the better questions?
So, yeah. But also, whatever. We also did emoji trivia.
Oh, this is super fun.
Last week we started it, we practiced it, we wanted to see how it would go. Everybody seemed to like it. So basically, last week what we did was like movie titles, but obviously there are only so many Star Wars movies, so we had to like get a little bit creative.
Phrases, things, titles, like anything from Star Wars. But I don't think we actually explained it. Emoji trivia is you make a series of emojis and you guess what those emojis represent. So I'm trying to think. So like, you know, two female characters, two guys, a girl in a pizza place would be super easy, right? Because you could be, anyway, you guys
I feel like
get it. You'll
nobody
see.
knows what Two Guys, a Girl in the Pizza Place is.
It's an old
I know that
show.
show. It's a
With
great
Ryan
show.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, young Ryan Reynolds.
It's the reason I called Ryan Reynolds Berg for like 15 years, but that's a Google for you. Anyway, I would like you guys to interact with us. So before we answer our trivia questions, maybe you guys can try to help us out.
Yeah, you can
So,
smoke us at the trivia.
yeah, probably. So I think I go first. Let's go.
All right.
I don't have them written down though,
You
because
don't have them written down.
No,
Well, that's
I
great,
don't.
because I have the questions.
Okay.
I know.
Are you ready?
So I can't read them off of paper.
Here's the first question.
Which character was played by multiple actors in the original trilogy? So I had help coming up with these questions. You can yell at somebody else.
Yeah, I know who it is.
I know you.
I know who I'm angry at.
Wedge Antilles.
Oh my god.
I can't read that. I'm trying to read it on the thing.
Starklighter.
Big Starklighter.
Darklighter.
Mon Mothma or Crix Medine, maybe? I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
I'm gonna need some help from the comments because I actually don't know who Crix Medine is.
Help out Dan guy.
Does any, pardon?
Oh, I'm just talking to the.
Do you actually know, Jem? Don't tell me if you know.
I do now.
Okay.
I just Googled it.
You just Googled it. Can I see a picture? Actually, does anyone in the comments know who Crix Medine is?
Does anyone know who Crix Medine is? They're
Please.
giving you the answers.
They're giving me the answers. Okay. Were people answering? Is there a consensus?
there's no consensus.
There's no consensus
There's no
whatsoever.
consensus.
That means it's a good
no,
question.
Actually, there is a consensus. One name is appearing more than the others, but all of the names are appearing, which means
Good.
this is a great trivia question.
Yes,
trivia
but
question.
which is the name that's coming up often?
It's Wedge.
It's Wedge. Interesting. Because I know Wedge is in the first and third movies. Okay, I've got one. I've got my answer. So
So
But
By the way, in case you're still wondering, Diamond Wolf 64 says Crix Medine was an admiral in the Rebel Alliance, and he was in the Return of the Jedi. He has like a beard. Can you see him from here?
Yes.
That's the guy.
I think I actually had his Star Wars card when I was like 10.
There you go. That's Crix.
Okay, is it? All right, I'm gonna answer now. Mon Mothma?
No.
No?
It is not.
Oh, bummer.
The comments were right.
Was it Wedge?
Yeah, it is
It was
Wedge.
Wedge. I
And
thought Wedge was the same guy.
Well, no. So it was played by two different guys, but the voice was dubbed over by a third guy for both of them.
What? Everything I know is a lie.
I
so
know.
wait, which one of those actors is the one that's related to Ewan McGregor?
I can't help you.
Because I know in what's it called, in the Rogue Squadron, the N64 game, isn't like one of the actors who played Wedge is Wedge in that game. So which one is it? Like I said,
Maybe it's
everything
the
I know is
voice guy.
Okay.
But that I wasn't count. Obviously.
That's a bummer.
Oh no, it is multiple. There you go.
Yeah, that's
we didn't
just a
put
lot
two.
of actors.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I
Good
need to
trivia
redeem
question
myself.
though, because the comments were confused but also helpful. I think we have an
Congratulations.
emoji one now.
Yep. What does this emoji
Oh my god, I
represent?
love this so much. Don't say it.
it.
Do you know?
I do. I do.
I had so much fun doing this.
It represents appealing to younger audiences.
Whatever. Is it that
okay.
easy?
Help me out, guys.
Well, give him some time.
Give them comments a try.
There's a delay.
There's a delay.
I'm sitting here very smug. I am very smug right now.
Well,
I mean,
I was
okay.
just like, what can I put in?
But this is great. I like it a lot.
It's on a forest.
Yeah.
There are bears
And moons, and weapons,
and palm trees.
whatever. You don't know. It's in the galaxy. You know.
Maybe
In the
there's
galaxy, it's far, far away. We know. And I don't know if you guys know this, but all of the planets in Star Wars represent a different climate on Earth. Like,
Is that
there's just,
true?
Well, if you think about it, in one place is like British Columbia, and the other place is Namibia, and the other place is this, and like it's just all like they go anywhere in the galaxy, and it all just looks like places on Earth.
You blew it.
Okay, I blew it. Can I answer yet? Because
Yeah.
I'm awesome.
Does anybody?
There are some answers coming.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jimenez says it's Battle of Endor, and it's just like Ewoks, Endor, Battle
Yeah.
of Endor, Ewok, Return of the Jedi.
That's basically my answer.
I
It's
think
the
they got it
first
right.
moon of Endor. As said. Okay. You know
Well,
what?
it's the Battle of Endor.
Totally time for me to ask some questions, right? Is it my
Yes,
turn?
exactly.
Is it my turn? Okay.
Here's your question.
Oh god.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's right. I have to. Oh, jeez.
Now, one of these answers.
I think I know the answer.
Okay.
I think. Read it.
Yes, Han Solo famously completed the Kessel Run in the Millennium Falcon in less than 12 light years, parsecs, minutes, or time hops. There's only one other employee that I hope is watching right now, because this joke is only for these people.
Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, I think I know the answer.
Let's give them some time.
Yeah. Okay. So I just confirmed that I do know the answer.
She's
so
got
I
it,
just want
folks.
to throw that out there. But I would like you guys to help me.
Please.
Yeah, Dragon Zeron, Atomic Hacker, Arjun, Kishore, Hypno Singh, Carl, the Dude 101. Actually, the Dude 101, you
one
didn't say
user's name?
parsecs. But everyone is saying parsecs, but Dude 101 said light years. And Noteblock also said light year boy.
Wow.
And Lil Superman 32 is pointing out that parsec is not a unit of time.
I know,
Oh,
and
boy.
so this is just
Here we
like,
go.
this is 70s sci-fi jargon. It's totally parsecs, guys. Rebecca got it. She,
But it is
she,
parsecs.
she guessed it. Do we have some of my emojis coming up?
Yep.
Give me the
Next
emojis.
one is an emoji. What is this story telling?
I'm not gonna say it.
The color of the emojis is perfect here. Although on my phone,
I tried so hard
Yeah, I know.
to find the one that you...
yeah. It's funny because like I have an Android phone and it's like a Samsung, so like all of my emojis are completely
It's also like you
different.
gotta know the names of the emojis to find them.
Yeah.
I can't just paste it here.
Okay, I'm a little confused
All
actually.
right, I got a hint. Well, actually,
Well,
maybe the comments
I
can
have
help you
something
out.
I want to say, but then it doesn't work with the emoji. So,
Okay.
Just say it.
well, Han shot first, but then he couldn't because he's being shot.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
just
like,
the order that's just that stupid emoji. On my phone, it was
Okay.
pointing in the right direction.
So it is Han shot first?
Han shot
It
first.
is Han shot first.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know,
Really
the
want-
comments are getting all these right. They're
getting
very
all these
avid
right?
Star Wars fans up here.
Well, that's what we want, man. Our
like
fans are huge Star Wars fans. Come on.
Yeah.
What now?
There you go. Han
there
shot
more?
first.
There's gotta
Another
be more
question.
questions.
Okay. That is yours.
Oh, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is totally mine.
I'm like, I don't know.
The character of Lando Calrissian is first introduced on what planet? Not doing that accent anymore. Tatooine, Coruscant, Bespin, or Terminus?
I met Billy D. Williams.
You met Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, at Comic-Con.
Did he offer you any Colt 45?
He did not, but he
Was
was
he drinking one?
very smooth.
Really?
Yeah, he's so smooth.
Hello, Leia.
Kind of, yeah, kind of like that.
Bit creepy, but it was the 80s. It was fine.
I feel like this is a thing that I should know.
It's a big gas giant.
To be fair, I know this through playing a lot of video games. They
Have you
mention
noticed
it
we're
so
doing, like,
briefly.
Star Wars type like transitions between our
Oh, it's
things.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping to see a star wipe. but
Okay, I am not sure, and I know
And
that the comments are
The
probably
comments are
ripping me apart
knocking it
for
out of the
that,
park already, aren't
But
Oh yeah. And
yeah, is it?
So one person said Coruscant for some reason, but
they? Pardon?
one person said Coruscant for some reason, which is, I appreciate your
Yeah.
difference.
All right, well, tell me what it is.
It is Bespin.
It is Bespin. Okay, I thought it might be.
All right, let's do like just a lightning round. Ask me one last question. I'm
I
gonna
don't
ask
have
you one.
anything. Go.
You got any more?
What is that?
There's one. What is this?
You force lightning.
There you go.
Boom. Oh, okay. You speed it up.
Another one. This is the last one, I think. Maybe.
How many rebel fighters are seen surviving the Battle of Yavin in A New Hope?
Oh man, if Andrew's watching, I hate you. Like 3?
3.
2?
No, that was the correct guess.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
But- and there's this, like, whole,
okay.
like,
I got a question. What are we doing? Oh man, what's that? What's that?
Stormtroopers? No.
Well, kinda.
Technically,
Space ninjas?
it's a movie.
Like,
A lot of space ninjas.
it's a movie.
It's the title of one of the movies. Big hint. Does someone in the I was the most proud of this one, so I really hope the comments get it.
Well, we're going a bit too fast for the comments now. They're getting the answer to the previous question right.
Oh, I'm
Good.
sorry.
I don't know.
There you go.
What that is.
Who said it? Did someone say it?
No, we're seeing the emojis.
Okay. I thought I was terribly clever with this one.
There you go. There's one correct answer.
What is it?
Virgin says it's Attack of the Clones.
It is
One
Attack
three
of the
says
Clones. Get it? Because they're all attacking, and they're the same, and they're dudes in white.
I know. I was.
Space
so
Nazis.
freaking clever. Acknowledge me. Move on. Get the camera away.
All right.
There we go.
Are we doing more? Or are
Are we
not?
doing more? I think we got to move on.
Oh my
We're running
goodness.
out of time.
Well,
Whoa.
just quick.
Okay, this one's quick. Droids are not allowed in the Jedi Temple, Cloud City, Jabba's Palace, or the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Can't. I don't.
She got it. She said
It's-
cantina.
It is the
Rebecca
cantina.
has destroyed all of my trivia.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Are we
Let's
okay?
move
So we're
on.
done. We're Mojo connecting.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, we have a very special guest today, who we spoke to earlier this week as part of our Mojo Connects series. So let's see who that is. I'm not going to tell you right away. Hey Mojoholics, I'm Rebecca Brayton, and with me as always is Dan Parody, and welcome to Mojo Connects. With us today, we have a man that you may know from Star Trek Beyond. You may know him from Big Ass Spider. You may know him from Alias, or Lost, or Masters of Sex, or from his band, Banned from TV, or from his podcast, An Actor, a Comedian, and a Musician Walk Into a Bar. Or, of course, you might know him as Snap Wexley from the Star Wars franchise. Of course, I'm talking about Greg Grunberg. Welcome, Greg. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Heroes, I think, is the show
Heroes.
that most people know me from.
Right.
Of course.
But yes, thank you for that list. That was ridiculous.
Hey man, I could have read your
retire.
entire IMDb page and been impressed. You were on Diagnosis Murder, which is a show I watched.
Oh my God! Skeletons in the closet.
right?
Was that the plot of the show or what?
No, it was
Dude,
Dick Van Dyke was a
I've
detective
done-
doctor.
If I get a chance to guest star on some classic shows and work with some amazing actors, I do it. I mean, I absolutely love it. I did it with CSI. I did it with Psych. I did it, but all these shows I'm a fan of, and then there's an opportunity to work on it, and I grab it. So yeah,
Well,
thanks for going down that list.
Oh, for sure. Working with all of these like iconic actors that you've worked with, Has anyone ever is there any like behind the scenes story where they gave you a great piece of advice that you've kind of taken with you through your career?
Yeah, I mean, it happens every time I work. I worked with Tony Shalhoub, and I don't remember what I think he said, eat less on set. I think that was a good piece of advice to me. It happens every time I work. It may not be a piece of advice that someone actually turns to me and gives me, but I study all these great actors that I work with. I just worked with Al Pacino and Barry Levinson, and I did I guess you could call it the Joe Paterno story about Penn State, and it's going to be on HBO. I got to play Al Pacino's son in a movie, go toe to toe with Al Pacino. That's ridiculous. I know I've done stuff in my career. I know I'm supposed to be, like, hey, this is my life, this is my career.
I'm an actor.
Get old for me. It's always amazing, and so just studying him hopefully not studying him in scenes, but studying him, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. I mean, these people I pull from everybody I work with, and I'm just so lucky to be doing what I'm doing.
Do you think you've ever been starstruck by anybody? Like, to the point where you felt like, this is unprofessional of me as an actor?
When I first walked on the Millennium Falcon, when I first, walked on the set of Star Wars, I'm there with my best friend. J.J. Abrams and I have known each other since we were 4 years old. I mean, he's my brother. And so there was a strong level of being comfortable enough that I ignored the rule of not bringing your cell phone on set. And I'm like, taping everything I possibly can. I'm freaking out, right? And I get on set, and I have this scene where I'm standing around, and they turn to me, and they're like, Snap did some recon. Snap, what do you got out there? And this is my moment, I have very few sort of big moments in the movie, big for me. I mean, it's a small role in Force Awakens, but I'm so excited to be there. Anyway, I say my lines, and I'm looking around, and there's C-3PO, and there's, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. It's crazy. And after that take, J.J. Kotzen comes over to me, and he whispers in my ear, he's like, dude, you're watching the movie. You can see it on your face.
So I kind of want to get your experience as a Star Wars fan. Like, paint us a picture of the first time you saw the movie in the theater.
The first time I saw it, just like most people, it absolutely blew my mind. Because you have to remember, I'm an old guy, so I saw it when I was 13, and it was it had just come out. No one knew what it was. We saw commercials, we saw things, but it was a pun intended, a whole new galaxy, a whole new world, characters that you immediately relate to. It blew my mind, and I'm not going to say that that's the moment that I said, hey, this is what I want to do for a living, because it wasn't. I'm much more of a comedy guy and everything, but I immediately gravitated toward the movie. I couldn't get enough of it, and Kevin Smith and I have talked about this, how it was the first time that you leave a movie and you're talking about the characters' lives as if they're real people, and you're exploring that, and you're discussing, what could be, and what hasn't been, and what came before it, and how did this work. Other things, you might take a life lesson from it. It might move you. You might get emotional. But this really, it changed the way I looked at movies. I got lost in this deeper than I got lost in anything else. Star Wars really changed that for me. And that's what I love to do as an actor. I love to go to work, become someone else, entertain other people, get an emotional response out of other people. But this is something special. This, Star Trek, I don't know. I mean, Heroes was like that too, but it was very relatable. It was the real world. This just opened up a whole new world for me.
Right. Being that you're so close with J.J. Abrams, is there anything that you've kind of, hey, you should do it this way, and that you want to take credit for that he's done, or?
No, not that I want to take credit for. That's a whole other league of creativity that a whole other level that I can't even get to. The thing that I'm fortunate enough, first of all, he's the greatest guy in the world, and then when we're together, he'll throw ideas at me just like any other, good friend would, knowing that I'm not going to say anything, and it's cool to hear stuff. I'm, of course, the selfish actor just thinking about himself and only himself. And he says something, and I'm like, yeah, how does Snap Wexley play into that scenario?
Maybe Snap could come rescue them out of there.
I mean, in the first movie, or in my first experience on that movie, in that franchise, I got to London, I didn't know really what I was going to do. I went for a fitting here in LA, and then they were all in London. The cast was there. I get there, they're having dinner. I went straight from the airport to this restaurant, and I walk in. There's Larry Kasdan, and there's Kathleen Kennedy and JJ, and the cast, amazing cast. And I'm looking at everybody. It's a Chinese restaurant. I walk in. It was downstairs, and Larry Kasdan goes, "There he is. There's Snap Wexley," and that's the first that I heard who I was playing, and I didn't even care what he meant. Snap Wexley sounded like a human, so I was like, well, I don't have to wear that much makeup, and what does that entail? And then immediately, we started talking about it a little bit, and I was thrilled. I would have done craft service on this movie, but it was such a cool thing. And then while we were shooting, I was smart enough, I think, I'm up in this X-wing. I'm in my X-wing, and turns out it was everyone's X-wing because they just put different people in it. Anyway, we're on the gimbal, we're doing the thing. I've told the story before, but it's funny. They have a series of lines that you're supposed to read, and it's "I got your back," on your left, blah blah blah. And then I nailed all these lines, said them all, added a bunch of stuff that they ended up using, whatever. And then they said, okay, here's a series of other lines we want you to say. I've been hit. I'm going down. This is the end. And I was like, nope. I'm not saying any of this.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
You were showing us before the show, but this is something I'm extremely envious of. Next to the being in Star Wars thing, obviously, you have an action figure.
Have you played with your own action figure?
You guys need one there. This is one of my action figures. Very cool. Can you see it as a reflection, I think?
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the Snap Wexley action figure. It comes
with a flame trooper.
With a big hook weapon and a bad guy. And then I've got a pop toy. I feel like I'm, it's the holiday season.
No,
right?
plug.
So tell us a bit about your podcast. An actor, a comedian, and a musician walk into a bar. What can we expect from that?
There's 3 episodes up now, and we're about to go record the 4th episode. It's so much fun. I mean, it's 2 guys that I absolutely love joining me in a bar, and we do it from a different bar. We're going to start doing it from a different bar every time. It's like and I don't want to say it's barroom conversation because that tag has been given a bad quality, but it's
as long as you guys don't walk into a locker room.
Different things. We have a guest every time. Kirk Fox is a comedian that is amazing, and he brings a comedian to the party. Nick Marzak is a great musician, and Nick will do a song, and you just have to check it out. It's called An Actor, a Comedian, and a Musician Walk Into a Bar. The longest podcast title ever, and hopefully people enjoy it.
Well, before we go, I just want to get your opinion on our poll, which is coolest Star Wars character.
Without question, in my mind, it's Han Solo. That character is so sort of nonchalant, guy, a little cockier than he should be, in over his head at times, and somehow weasels his way and fights his way out. I mean, Harrison Ford, come on.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
There's no cooler character.
No, that's what I said.
Stating the obvious, I'm not this Star Wars-ophile who can pull a little character from the back of the bar. I'm just a huge fan of Han Solo.
Well, I totally agree. That's what I said. Everyone kind of argued with me, and they were like, but there are other cool characters. And I said, no, there aren't. It's Han Solo. End of list. Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.
Yeah. Thank you. May the Force be with you all.
That was kind of
Wait.
Yeah.
I've changed shirts.
Super confusing because we have a monitor that shows us, and it was showing us, but then we were moving and it wasn't. It's
like one of those movies where someone looks at themselves in the mirror and then moves and the mirror doesn't move. It's really tricky.
That happens in Secret Window. Anyway, that's a terrible movie. But I would like to tell you that the entire Greg Grunberg interview will be a standalone interview on our YouTube channel at some point this weekend. So you should check the entire thing out because we left some stuff out.
Yeah, man, Greg's a great guy. He was. We had a lot of fun with that interview.
Yeah, it was super fun. And now, for the next part of our show, versus. So you know how at WatchMojo we like to compare 2 vaguely similar things and see which is better? Well, we were like, what could we add to this? And I figure, why not add our opinion? Because, everybody gives a shit. I said the word.
Oh.
Anyway.
It's 2017. We're cool.
I know. We're cool. Anyway, so, Jem, I told you he did lots of things. Jim has come up with a Gemerator, wink wink, which means that he has scraped our website for tags and keywords to come up with random verses, to smash two things together that have nothing to do with each other at all.
Correct.
But this time, they do. It's Star Wars, but they're still random. We're still going to try to compare them and see who comes out on top.
Correct.
Or what. So, did I do that justice?
You did it great.
Even
You did it great.
with the swearing?
Yeah.
So let's do
I didn't
it.
hear any swearing.
Okay. Let's stuff. Let's start. Okay.
Oh yeah, and the other thing is this. If you have any random Star Wars versus that you want us to compare,
Type them in the
throw
comments.
them in the comments, and Jem will try to catch them because the comments are apparently going really fast.
That's correct.
I slow them down, but it's okay now.
Okay.
Okay, this one is it's gonna be funny. What about the Phantom Menace versus box office revenue?
I don't think they were fighting each other. I think they were on the same side. I think
Which
box
side
office.
was that?
The side of money. Delicious 1999 money. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think box office revenue.
Money wins all?
Wins out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because like Phantom Menace was like, "Yeah," but then I'm sure everyone at Lucasfilm was like, just money bath. Like, just like, oh, rub it on my face. It's so good. Thank you, Mr. Lucas.
That's fair. All right, here's another one. Disney versus Harrison Ford.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
Disney's like the most powerful conglomerate in the world now.
Yes, super. I thought there were laws, man. I thought there were
Yeah.
laws against this kind of thing.
I saw a tweet and it's like, movies are just going to be called Disney's now. Like, did you see the newest? Did you see the newest Disney?
Yeah.
No.
It's wild.
Jeez.
I got a hot take. I'm not really a big fan of Harrison Ford in his current state. I find he's just like, he
Explain
went from
yourself.
like the most dashing cool dude in the world to just very
Dashing?
grumpy old man.
Dashing's not the word. I would call him
Not
rugged.
dashing. Rugged, tough but funny. Loves me some Indiana Jones. But I'm going to have to go with Disney. Disney's just going to have to
Yeah, me too.
eclipse.
Even though I said Han Solo was coolest.
Han Solo.
Han Solo is the coolest.
Well, Han
but he's a
Solo-
fictional character. He does not
I
exist.
also love The Fugitive, though. A lot. You switched the samples!
And there's, and you know what? A lot of crossover there between one-armed men.
Next.
Think about it.
I'm gonna get you a question versus idea from the chat.
Yes.
Porgs versus Evox.
Ooh. I'm going. Okay. I'm going Ewoks because they actually served a purpose. Oh my god. I'm
Interesting.
sorry. Is that a spoiler? I'm sorry.
It's not really a spoiler, is it? Let us know in the comments. Was that a spoiler?
I thought the porgs were cute.
I mean, they serve the
And I
same
wasn't
purpose,
bothered.
which is
No,
like
but they actually fought a battle, the Ewoks.
toys.
No, yes, but no.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being too meta. I think the porks are just so fresh in my mind because we saw the movie.
Yes.
We've seen it. I know we already said that, but it bears repeating. I liked them a lot, and I never found they were getting in the way of my suspension of disbelief in the movie. And having rewatched Return of the Jedi, I feel like the Ewoks do get in the way of some of my suspension of disbelief. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like,
All right.
they killed a lot of stormtroopers though, those little
Then
buggers.
we disagree.
We disagree.
Next.
Next, that was a good versus
Yeah,
though.
that was super.
Okay, well, a lot of people in the comments are asking actually BB-8 versus R2-D2.
Ooh, like, oh man. Okay, so this was like BB-8's movie, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The Last
definitely the
Jedi.
main guy.
He pulls it out. He pulls out all the stops. There's a lot
I
of
don't know.
stuff.
He's so cute.
He's great. I gotta go R2 though.
I know. I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go BB-8.
R2 was sassier too. I love just the sassy droids.
Yeah, but BB-8 just like
He can emote
through
with-
his entire. Oh wait, that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. He will do what it takes to get the job done.
He does
I'll
the
say
things.
That.
He might. You'd be surprised as to all the things that little sucker can do. He's
I do like that.
yeah, he's great.
Things happen.
I'm going with R2-D2 though.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah.
We have both.
We've
figures,
disagreed.
So.
Okay, one more. I think we got time for one more, and
One
I'm
more.
betting that the comments have a good one for us.
They
This
do.
is why I'm
We're
not a betting
betting
man.
wrong.
I wanted to ask one from the generator.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't do that work for nothing.
And it's gonna be for the real fans.
Ooh.
Cassian Andor versus Kyle Katarn.
Ooh, okay. So Cassian Andor is the guy from Rogue One. All right?
Oh.
Yeah, he's a terrible character. Kyle
Can I
Katarn
have an
is
actor?
the. Pardon?
Who played him?
I don't know actually. Do you know the actor? Gem it
Diego
up.
Luna.
Pardon?
Diego Luna. Okay, yeah. I knew. Yeah.
Kyle Katarn.
He's a terrible character. Okay, yeah, I didn't
He's
see
not.
Rogue One. Okay.
Don't. He's not a terrible character.
Gem's a big Rogue One fanboy, and I have a seriously hot take that I'll get to later, but we'll get to it later.
That is a seriously hot
watching.
take. I know what
I
you're
Keep
will
watching.
fight you on
Keep
live
watching.
YouTube.
He will fight me on it for sure. It's gonna be great. But Kyle Katarn was a character from the games. He was in Dark Forces and Dark
no
Forces
wonder.
2, and then Jedi
movie I
Knight.
didn't see and I don't
And
believe
another interesting fact is, they both stole the Death Star plans in their respective things.
They're both respective things, and they're both stand-ins for Han Solo. It's hilarious.
Which one's canon?
Diego Luna's
Only
character.
Diego Luna's
Cassian
character,
is.
yeah. I'm going Kyle Katarn just because I played, I've helped him do all the stuff.
Fine, then I'm going with canon choice.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There's
So-
at least one person in the comments who agrees that Kyle Katarn would whoop his ass.
Yeah, well, it's because he's just like, oh, I'm a Jedi now. Woo, woo,
Yeah, he has
woo.
the Force, so.
Alrighty. Let's see how the live poll is doing.
Please.
Let's
And
take
keep
a-
on interacting, guys.
Whoa.
Although I guess we don't need to tell you that. Ooh!
Your boy's bringing up the rear. He's coming.
Okay, so are people voting? Okay, when we vote for Luke Skywalker, are we voting for Luke Skywalker original trilogy or Luke Skywalker current trilogy?
It's both
Dot,
because it's the same
question mark.
dude.
No, it's not.
Okay, like in the same way that like Darth Vader prequel is not really the same as Darth Vader
Yeah, kind of.
original trilogy.
I kind of find. No, I'm getting yelled at by the studio.
I feel like there's a lot of disagreement happening in the control room here. This is a good poll topic.
It really is. Anyway, so that's what I'm wondering if people are voting for, like, because like current Luke is cool,
He is super cute.
but bitter. Oh, I already checked on live poll.
Oh, okay.
I also have a note here that I wanted to tell the story of the first time I saw Star Wars, which was in the theater for the re-releases. Yes, I did not see Star Wars as a child. And my friends were super huge fans, and so they took me and they were like watching me watch the movie, you know.
Don't you
And-
hate that?
A little.
I hate that. I hate it so much when someone's just like
Anyway,
watching you absorb something.
so
never good.
the first time I saw Yoda in context, I screamed, Grover! And they were mad.
It is very difficult to listen to Yoda and not be like, well, that's Grover's voice.
Or
but
Miss
he's not.
Piggy.
But he's not asking about why you have to take naps or something. Like,
Yeah, and I just kept like thinking that he would start, you know, talking about Kermit. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, whatever. Did you
right.
have any talking points, Dan?
did I have any
Or
talking
Jen?
points?
Yeah.
Well, I have my hot take, but we're saving that for the end.
We'll save it for the end.
Keep
All
him for the
right.
end. Keep him watching.
All right. Well, every week we have resident movie reviewer Eric Cohen here to join us and tell us some things about movie news. But this week we're talking Star Wars, so that's what we're doing, obviously.
we're talking Star
We're talking
Wars, man.
Star Wars. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so when I saw Star Wars, I was really blown away by the fighting. So let's see a clip of how hard the actors trained to get their fights right.
Physically, I never really had to push myself that hard. And stamina-wise, you're like, oh my God. It's like a psychological thing of knowing that you can do it more and more and more.
Daisy is training for a moment where she is on the islands and she has a moment to herself and she's practicing with the staff. And then she realizes, well, am I wasting my time practicing with the staff? I have Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in my satchel.
Set.
It's just working out the moves for that.
Action.
I was planning to teach her the whole routine in 3 days, but she surprisingly learned everything in an hour and a half. She's a very quick learner.
This is the hardest physical thing I've done yet. The suit can be very restrictive just to move in, just to walk in. You do the move and you think, gosh, is it lunchtime yet?
Finn and Phasma end up face to face, which results in a major fight. One thing I do want to do is do the whole fight by myself. It was a really good scene to shoot, very tiring though.
What was cool was learning different types of fighting. It was intense and fun, but really hard.
Training yesterday was great, and then today we started and I was just like, ugh. I was watching Adam and he gives it so full out every single time. And it was kind of like, oh my God, I can do that, I can do that.
It's just rigorous in a great way. And these stunt guys are very disciplined, so you can't half-ass it.
The stunt team are absolutely amazing. They're like my boys and girls.
Anybody else surprised at how well the Kylo Ren fills out the tank top?
You like the Kylo Ren?
I was surprised.
Well, anyone who does like how well Kylo Ren fills out the tank top should
See the movie.
definitely see the movie.
And speaking of the movie,
Hi,
this is
Eric.
our chance.
Welcome.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Eric.
This is our chance to talk about the movie because all of us saw it. We saw
Yes,
it Monday.
and we have a review.
I saw it last night.
Spoiler-free review up on our channel already that you should check out.
Check it out, but not now.
Not now. Wait till after the show.
Yes.
But we'll do like a little synopsis. We'll do a spoiler-free discussion
Hopefully.
here. It's interesting because fans, the critics are loving it. Fans seem to be a little bit wishy-washy about it.
A friend of mine asked me today on G-Chat,
Yeah.
we're watching Johnny, he's like, what's with this disparity? And I don't know.
Well, so okay.
I thought you were going to have a theory.
Nope. Well,
was
I
your hot
don't want to ruin anything of the movie, and I don't want to taint anyone's mind before they go in.
I
So-
will say this. It was, we came out of there, and what do you say when you first see this movie? I mean, for me, it really felt like, it was a passing of the torch. It was going from J.J. Abrams to Rian Johnson. It was going from former generation, or it was getting us more comfortable with the new generation.
Correct.
So, in other words, the Lukes and the Leias, they're still there and largely a part of this movie, but it's all bringing us to this world where we're comfortable with all of those as being the main characters, the Finns and the Reys and the Kylos. And so I was comfortable with how they did that. My personal feeling, I did love the movie. My personal feeling, though, was it was hard to get as excited as I got about The Force Awakens. Because for me, The Force Awakens was reigniting a love for Star Wars that had been dormant for so long. And so there was that
It was definitely a cultural phenomenon.
Right.
And especially with releasing Rogue One last year, like a buddy of mine, he actually works at WatchMojo. Hey, Andrew. Andrew always says, there's going to be a point when you're sick of Star Wars. And I don't think we've reached that point yet, but I think fatigue is starting to set in.
But then again, look at the Marvel universe. I mean, you would think that there's superhero fatigue, but that hasn't happened
Fellow
yet,
Disney
so.
Marvel universe.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that, speaking of movie news, so Disney just bought Fox for what is it?
$54 billion. I don't know. I
A
made it
little
up.
much money.
A lot of billions of dollars.
Several times the GDP of Canada.
This movie, by the way, for what it's worth, it broke. No, it didn't break records. It's the second biggest grossing film of a Thursday night viewing. $45 million it took in last night, second only to The Force Awakens. So again, it's this comparison between this movie and The Force Awakens.
Also, I feel that people who were a bit disappointed by The Force Awakens, because if you take all of the people who were interested in it, there's a section of those who were disappointed, and they're not going to go see this one, right?
You think? I don't know. I think if
feel
someone loves Star Wars,
once you buy into Star Wars, you're into Star Wars, and you're gonna see it even if it's just to rag on it.
But then again, it took me a long time to see, what was the third one in the prequels? That was
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, which was probably the best one, but I was so turned off by the first two, and this is another point that we need to discuss. So in our review, we slagged a little bit on the prequels, and I'll take full responsibility for that. I didn't love the prequels.
Yeah, because you asked me point blank, and I didn't want to talk about it.
But we noticed in the comments that there's a lot of love for the prequels, and I think
I didn't want to talk about it.
but you have a theory about that.
Well, it's not my theory.
It's
Thomas's in the office. His theory. He gave this to me. So he is younger than me, and this is important. So he is about 24, and he grew up with the prequels. And so, for people who grew up with the original trilogy, they didn't have that childlike excitement with the new, with the prequel, not the new, but with the prequels. But for kids that grew up with the prequels as maybe their entry films, you know, they just have that kind of childhood nostalgia that you get for terrible
I can confirm this is the case as a 24-year-old.
You
can confirm
I
that's the
can
case.
confirm, yeah.
So you agree with this theory?
And all the things that would turn you off as an adult, like, just aren't gonna phase you. Like
Bad CGI.
bad CGI,
Terrible dialogue.
clunky dialogue, silly humor.
We're probably
a
getting
story-
terrible comments right now about.
I
Jem's
shudder
gonna
to
agree
think.
with them all and be like, keep them coming, you guys.
It's just like, aren't they stupid?
But I do think that it speaks to the fact that Star Wars is about nostalgia. And so, you know, if I'm nostalgic about the original series and then our viewers are nostalgic more about the prequels, then another generation is going to be nostalgic about the series that's out right now. So, you know, bottom line, I think it's a great movie. I loved it. I think all of you, if you're Star Wars fans, you should go out and see it. You guys, any?
Well, I want to hear from Jem, actually, if he's got any shout-outs that he wants to give or
Any comments about
Well, a lot of people are asking, you know, can we see the comments? And we can definitely 100% see the comments. And you know, a lot of people there's AS333 who says prequel era is the best and I do enjoy watching the prequels. Outcast93 loves Revenge of the Sith.
Which was a good movie.
It was a
Yes,
great movie,
it
I
was a
would
good
say.
movie. Okay, I'll give you the third one.
Yeah.
Which is the one with the sand line? The second one?
That's Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, the sand line.
I take serious issue with that scene. Serious.
Oh, the sand, like.
Well, Hayden
gets
Christensen
stuff.
was not a good casting.
He's not the greatest. I mean, but like, George Lucas saw Life as a House, and he saw Hayden Christensen stomping around as a teenager, like, don't forget to die, slamming the door in his parents' face, and he's like, that's my Darth Vader.
Okay, Jem,
That's
keep it
what
coming.
happened.
Keep it coming, Jem.
There are interviews that prove this. I'm not making this up.
Yeah. So, Diamond Wolf 94 says he is 23 and he finds the prequels are above average, neither good nor bad.
Okay.
So, it feels like the comments are as divided as the rest of the world.
I'm assuming there's a lot of comments he's not reading.
I think this lines up nicely with our market research as to what our demographics are.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyways, they're predicting that this is going to make $425 million in its opening weekend worldwide.
Is that all?
Yeah, just a little bit of money.
gonna
little
be-
something for Disney. I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Are they going to like it?
I mean, if you liked Force Awakens, I don't see how you could dislike this one. I don't think it's going to convert any newbies.
I was very surprised at in the comments how many people didn't like The Force Awakens. Just in the comments. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's a popular contrarian opinion.
When's your
in my
hot take
opinion.
happening?
My hot take? Oh, my hot. It happened right now. We're talking
Okay,
movies.
let's do it.
If you think that Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie, I posit to you that you actually aren't a very big fan of Star Wars movies, and the central themes and ideas that you like are actually just not represented by the trilogy. So because it's the most different movie, it's got a lot of elements borrowed, but I'm saying that, like, you know, if your favorite thing at the burger joint is their spaghetti, maybe you actually aren't that big on that burger joint.
That's an
Like-
interesting point that you're bringing up, because
here we go. Here we go.
Jem loves him some.
as was alluded to before, Rogue One is still my favorite Star Wars movie. And I do agree with you in the fact that the philosophies in Rogue One are completely different than all the themes that are being done in Star Wars. But
I accept your defeat in this battle of ideas.
listen. But the thing is, what's happening with the new, the sequel trilogy and the new canon is that they are pushing for a more nuanced understanding of all the philosophies that are being done in the Star Wars.
Okay.
Because George Lucas loved just talking about the light and dark, just having like
Good
very
and
crisp lines.
Yes.
But what the new canon is pushing for is just like completely getting rid of that
divide.
Of that divide. Just, you know, kill the past
With
and
zero humor.
all that.
And with no spoilers, but those are themes, like morally gray areas.
Exactly,
This idea
that's what
that
I'm
is a
saying.
big theme in the new movie.
Very much so. I want to move on to Know Your Mojo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite games here.
Am I introing this?
You can intro
I'll
it.
intro
Yeah.
it.
But I'm going to deliver the...
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. So here's the thing.
Let me see your paper.
We're going to do something called Know Your Mojo right now. And what that is we're reverse engineering a list, which means Eric is going to give us, Dan and I, the entries on a list, and we're going to try to figure out what the title of that list is.
And it's somewhat Star Wars. It's loosely affiliated with Star Wars. You guys ready?
I don't know.
Okay, we have 2 this time.
Oh, and there's
We're
two.
gonna-
Wait, do we have
here we go.
supercuts?
Oh, yeah, let's start with the supercut. So supercut A, the first one, Manny. Hold on.
I don't want to fight dragons. Come on, yes you do.
Where were you?
Nowhere.
Shut up. Where were you? You see that little slut girl you see? Cheryl?
No, Dad! What about you? You!
You'll learn when you're older, Jim.
Well, I don't think that I want to learn that way.
Why have you done this? To prove to Father that I am a worthy son.
Show her that if she had remained sinless, the curse of blood would never have come on her.
It hurts, doesn't it? Huh? You in a lot of pain?
Why did you tell her I got expelled? Because you did get expelled!
That is a lie.
End this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
Do you go out with friends?
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
I'm guessing.
All right.
I
well,
totally know what this is.
So Rebecca says she
I
knows
totally
what it is.
know what this is, I hope.
We'll put the names up on the screen. So
No, I wanted to. I wrote them all down.
Okay,
and
no,
everything.
so don't look. Tell us.
No, wait. Someone's got to guess. Are people going to guess?
No, people are going to guess.
Guess
We'd
in the
like you
comments?
guys to guess, of course, in the comments.
Yeah.
Like we could hold you back from doing it anyway.
Well, while they're guessing, giving them time to guess, Rebecca can at least identify all of the clips that she saw.
So, I don't know. Okay, so if it's a sequel or something, I don't know which one, but okay. How to Train Your Dragon, Boogie Nights, The Breakfast Club, Rebel Without a Cause, I assume.
Yeah.
A Thor movie, or possibly The Avengers, I don't know. Carrie, Magnolia, Mommy Dearest. I wrote down No Wire Hangers, but...
I thought it was Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, fine.
No, it's Mommy Dearest.
Yeah, because that, I think, might play into the theme. Wink,
yeah.
wink. Anyway, and then Darth Vader and Luke, of course, and Psycho.
Okay, so we can put that now on our screen. And Jem, has anybody figured it out in the comments?
Top 10 parents, top 10 train movies.
Train movies. Okay.
Top 10 how white kids disrespect their parents.
Good.
Rough.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
Uh-huh.
Top 10 Star Wars lines, which clearly wasn't the case.
No.
Top 10 old AF movies.
Holy beans, man.
All right,
Told
so
you, man.
Rebecca?
Thor's super old, man.
Yeah.
Top 10 worst parents in movies is one of the
So
guess.
that's what I thought it was, but now the characters, it's not the parents. It's the kids.
So flip it.
Top 10.
People with parent issues?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's the top 10 movie characters with mommy or daddy issues.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you can
I
find.
agree with that list.
It's a pretty good
Well-ranked list.
Right,
Which is not always the case. Well, it wasn't the case last week when we argued with it.
All our
Can't
top
remember what
10s
it
are beautifully listed.
They are.
Yeah, and
that's
you can
true,
find this
except for the
on our website or on our YouTube channel. Just look up top 10 movie characters with mommy or daddy issues. I have a second one for
Okay,
you.
I'm
And this
excited.
one is not going to be as easy.
Fleur.
Is that easy?
It is subjective, this one.
I'm going to write things down.
All right, let's have a look. Manny?
So you have come here for information? I have some for you.
We'll handle this. If I don't come back, you tell Mother I love her.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
We're losing him. Joe, can you hear me? He's going at AFib. Give me another epi, 1 milligram.
We make a difference. Oh, yes. We made a difference.
How are you feeling?
My legs hurt.
So, There we go. That was our second Know Your Mojo. Let's find out first, Rebecca, if you
I
can
did not
identify.
get all of those, no.
No, okay.
I'm thinking it's character specific.
It is
believe
character
so.
specific. Yeah,
Okay.
And I
absolutely.
believe it is also death specific.
Oh.
Do you know?
I
Okay.
believe, because those characters are gone.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, let's see. Which ones can you identify so far?
I stopped writing after Kirk.
Okay.
But Saruman, Darth Maul, or Qui-Gon Jinn. I guess I don't know, but I think it was Darth Maul. Possibly Josh Brolin, but he's not a character, and I don't know what movie that was. I feel like I do though. But
No Country for Old Men.
Yes. Okay. Pulp Fiction. So
Yeah.
either Vincent or other guy. What's his name?
Vincent Vega or?
I know this.
My Man in Amsterdam?
Samuel L. Jackson's name in.
Jules.
Jules.
Yeah.
Winfield.
Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Phoenix. I assume it was Dark Phoenix.
And your boy.
And my boy Cyclops, but also the James Marsden.
Yeah.
Then I have Kirk and Picard, and then I stopped writing.
And then it was Bane.
Oh.
From The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, yeah.
And then it was Hicks, Newt, and Bishop from Alien 3.
Of course.
And lastly, Boba Fett, our man, who would be, by the way, in the poll. That's my pick is Boba
Ooh.
Fett. Yeah. So we have them all up there. Dan, you, I think. Well, let's see. Any commenters know what it's at? What it's
Landon Chantry says characters we did not want to die so easily.
Mm.
Edgar Alexis Baron Angeles says top 10. You see those deaths coming. Elizabeth Stevens says top 10 awesome movies. Savage Kid says top 10 final words.
I have a theory.
Okay, so
Is it
they
could it be
suggesting
the coolest deaths? It could not be.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
Great, fantastic.
But I think, one of the first one you said there, Jem. If that's not the topic of the list, it should have been.
What was the first one?
People you didn't want to die so soon?
So easily, easily.
Okay, I will reveal it because it's pretty much that. It's top 10 disappointing deaths of great characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
opposite of what I said.
So whoever
Boba Fett goes out like a punk.
Right.
Like a punk.
So there you go. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
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 All right, so that's it for Know Your Mojo. I know we want to run this along.
All right, let's run it along.
Let's get to our poll.
I want to see what the poll is doing, Jim.
Whoa!
Oh! Pulling it out at the last second.
This is what happens when you throw your endorsement behind someone, Rebecca.
I didn't think
the
that would
power of
work.
Rebecca.
I did not. Do not.
I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know the
cannot
power
believe
of
you did
Rebecca.
that.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Oh no, I've drawn the ire of Rebecca.
Freaking
I'm so
James
sorry.
Comey over here, just like last second tip the polls.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I apologize. I'm very sorry, Rebecca. Eee, there's like a chill in here
Okay,
now.
see, but the thing is, Becky's are basic, and I'm telling you, don't be basic, right?
Oh, look at that. Pulling it. Okay, good. We've brought it
Also,
back.
apologies to all people named Becky.
Right.
So we got Han Solo, Darth Vader in order, Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett. I think I'm doing this right. Chewie, Rey. Jeez, I can't. Honestly, I should have said something about Princess Leia because I don't think she got her due in this poll at all.
No,
Absolutely not.
Also,
Yeah.
neither. Great. Poe Dameron.
Poe, you love Poe.
I do love Poe.
Yeah.
I won't say the thing I was going to say.
Right.
It's about the new movie.
Yeah. Which you guys should all go
You
see.
should see it
Man.
so I can
That's
say
why
the
we're
thing
doing
that I
this.
want to say, but whatever.
Oh.
So yeah, that's kind of how I thought that would go.
Yeah.
Well, Han
Oh
Solo
man,
won.
it's still ticking. It's still ticking.
Oh, it's
Still-
still
really,
ticking.
eh?
Ooh.
It doesn't stop. It never stops.
Never
You can
stops.
still
I'm
vote.
actually surprised that that Lando didn't get more love. If you just, Billy D. Williams. If
I
we're
know.
talking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I pushed hard for him to be on the poll.
Yeah, we actually had trouble
We did.
I was saying
eliminating
earlier.
a lot of the characters who were on there. Hold on, Manny, our director's yelling something.
Oh, we cannot
We
repeat
can't
what
say
he
that on
said.
camera.
Exactly.
But it's
But he
anti-Lando.
he revealed his innermost desires to us.
Who?
Manny.
Manny.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just
there
told
you
us
go.
what he wants to do
Right.
with
All
Lando.
right. All right. Well, we'll wrap
I
these
assume
things
that's
up
what he
then, I
meant.
guess. All right. Like I said,
Is it over?
in a little bit of a this, next week is our holiday show. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's a Christmas. It's
Yeah,
a Christmas.
It's,
Christmas,
it's
it's
a
all of
holiday
holidays.
show. Well, I'll get a menorah. It's fine. No, it's good. We can decorate for all of the holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not.
What?
And speaking of menorah, happy Hanukkah to anybody out there who's celebrating Hanukkah.
Is it
it's happening right
third,
now.
fourth night?
Tonight is the fourth night. Yeah. So lots of Hanukkah gelt and latkes and all that fun stuff.
Wait. Vader's win. Oh, they're about to tie it up.
Oh my God!
Okay,
It's gonna come down to the
it's not over
electoral
until
college.
it's over. But I wanted to say something.
Wow. Well, he
Well,
wants us, the
I
dark
love these
side might be
transitions.
pulling up.
Okay, well, we'll get back to this. It's not over. I will come back to it before we leave, but I want to say this. We have just launched a new show on Facebook, and by we, I mean WatchMojo. So you guys should go to Facebook, not right now, you have to see how the poll goes, to follow The Worst Travel Show for brand new episodes every week. I believe they go up on Thursdays at 3 p.m.
Once again, that's The Worst Travel Show.
It's pretty cool.
There you go.
Basically, if you're looking for a completely different take on travel and travel vlogging, then you got to check this guy out, Kyle. He's pretty fantastic.
Yes, and of course, check out our... Oh, crap. I'm going to keep talking longer so that we can get it back. Check out our full-length Greg Grunberg interview this weekend when it goes up.
Oh, he's really
when it goes up.
Yeah, and check out our review, our spoiler-free review of The Last Jedi. And if you want more information, kind of behind-the-scenes numbers and such, check out Cinephiles, because there's always great movie news on Cinephiles.
And follow us on the things.
On all the things.
All the things.
But
Facebook,
also,
Twitter,
actually, let us
Instagram.
know in the comments if you're interested in a spoiler-full review.
We could do that,
Because
eh?
we were kicking it around, so...
It's killing us not being able to discuss.
Yeah, there's so much
I have
to say.
so many
It's a-
things I just want to yell at.
It's a long movie.
And
It's
it's
very
been like
good.
this all week.
Where are we at? Oh my God! Now Vader's pulled
Vader's-
out way. Right.
Ah,
All right. So I
the
think
dark
he's crushing
side
it.
wins.
He's crushing it.
We do have a clip to play us out. This is, I think, this is Ryan Johnson talking about, Star Wars and the Last Jedi and all that stuff. So.
So tune in next week, same bad time, same bad channel.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Come back next week.
Walking up the ramp, walking through the hallway. I flash back to when I was a kid and with the action figures inside. Suddenly I had like a big lump in my throat. This is how it gets you.
Camera set, here we go, stand by.
And action!
Ryan is doing many unexpected things and taking characters in new directions.
The individual stories of these characters are elevated and made fresh and new.
That's what I love about Ryan's approach to the story. It's like a real journey of discovery.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 8.
First time shooting with Mark, first time shooting with Daisy. First time shooting a Star Wars movie, and we got some cool stuff. Sad like a dog whimper. Yeah, that's great.
Ryan's wonderful personality is all over this film.
Wow. There's too many of everybody. I misjudged this.
He has flaws in other areas. I just don't know about them.
There's the weird thing that happens when it's being built, and when you first show up on it, you're kind of overwhelmed by it all, and then you get into the nitty-gritty of working on it.
Ready, and action!
And naturally, that level of it goes away, and you find yourself just focused on making the scene work, getting the shots, and then once in a while you're taking a little break and sitting back and you look around. You get the holy crap moment again. Concentrated work split up by holy craps.
Got it. Beautiful, Gwen. Very nice. Got it.